Well, earlier this week, C-SPAN spoke to Todd Gray, and he is with the Southern Illinois University, which has one of the best competitive debate programs in the country. Here's what he had to say about debate preparation.
Research. That's an easy one. Research does. I think I heard an expression early on, and while I'm not sure of this, but the expression I heard was 90% of an attorney's time is spent reading and writing. It's not actually the dramatic stuff that we see on television, like in the courtroom and the aha, I gotcha moments. Well, I can tell you for certain that 90% of a debater's time is spent research and writing briefs. So when you come up to a debate, it doesn't matter how pretty you speak. A lot of people get confused with the sophistry aspect of debate. They think, well, the better speaker wins. And unfortunately, there's also the misnomer that, well, BS might be able to win debates. It doesn't. It never has. It never will. The teams that win are the teams that out-hustle everybody else. At Southern Illinois University, I used to go and look at the pairings before a round, and it was one of my favorite things to see a team like Berkeley or Rice see the pairing. They would see they were debating Southern Illinois, and they would go, oh, darn it. And it's because we out-hustled everybody. We simply worked harder than everyone at our research and our preparation. So we would have not only our own arguments ready, but we would research our opponent's arguments, and we would be ready to go for that. Research, number one thing.
Does that apply to presidential, vice presidential debates?
Oh, yes, it does. Because some of the things that are very predictable. So in the vice presidential debate coming up, we think that Kamala Harris should be able to predict what Mike Pence will say about their policies, right? They've been in the administration for 4 years. She should know the policies. Also, she should know what President Trump has said about everything. So research goes into that. Now, Kamala Harris, on the other hand, Mike Pence can research what she did, not just in the Senate, but as Attorney General. So if you notice, some of her weaker spots in the previous debates were when they would come up with something that happened while she was Attorney General of California. And it might even be an obscure case that she can't really remember off the top of her head. And so it would be opposition research to what happened while she was in. Yes, research your opponent, absolutely, in these presidential debates.
What about authenticity?
Authenticity is one of the reasons Donald Trump got elected, is because, real or not, it was perceived that his authenticity was stronger than that of Hillary Clinton. I teach interpersonal communications, and one of the interesting notes is like similarity is an important likability trait. So if you think you're similar to someone, you tend to like them more, even if it's only perceived similarity. So even if you don't have anything in common, but if you think you do, you tend to like that person more. And I would say that that's one of the driving characteristics of Donald Trump's base of why he beat Hillary Clinton, is because there is a sort of a likability of an authenticity. They think they have some similarities with him. So Kamala Harris will be working on that, as will Mike Pence. Neither one of those sort of have the same, they just don't have the same persona of Donald Trump. So it's authenticity for those two that we'll be looking for.
Anything else that you'll be watching for at tonight's vice presidential debate?
Yes, at the vice presidential debate, I'll be looking for Kamala Harris to tie Mike Pence to Donald Trump. In every answer, she should be trying to find a link between what the question is and can you defend your president? Can you defend your president? And then on the other side, I'll be looking for Mike Pence to do his best to defend while still saying, well, you don't have quite the experience that we have. I've been in this job. And even when you were California's Attorney General, you perhaps could have done a little bit better job. But yeah, link everything to the person at the top of the ticket and attack them. That's what they should both be doing.
Any weaknesses that you see in these candidates?
Yeah, Mike Pence's weakness is that he has to defend things that are frankly sometimes indefensible, whether it's a statement that Donald Trump said, et cetera. And so Kamala Harris can research anything that happened in the last 4 years and say, how about when Donald Trump didn't support our troops? Or how about when Donald Trump got impeached, et cetera? So Pence's weakness is defending Donald Trump, and Kamala Harris's weakness is frankly one of those that you have to watch out for when you're a female in debaters. When you're a woman, if you come across as too aggressive, there's a stereotype that that's not good, even if it came from a man and it would be good. So she's got a fine line to walk between assertiveness and aggressiveness. And so that's what she has to be very careful about.
So do you coach males and females differently?
Oh, absolutely. And it's a shame. And I wish I didn't. And I wish at some point that these biases and these stereotypes went away. But I've had women debaters on my teams who have had a perfect debate. And the judges afterwards said, I thought you were kind of mean. And so I didn't vote for you. And I'm just like, they would not have said that if it was a boy, if it was a man. And so you do have to coach them slightly differently. It's a shame. But once you get the reputation out there, and so once people know who your debater is, then I do less. So by the time that same female on my team is a junior or senior, we don't have to talk about it anymore because everyone has seen her debate. But her first couple of years, yeah, you have. And so this is Midwesterners' first time seeing Kamala Harris. A lot of them don't watch the Democratic primaries. So that's why she has to be very careful. It is a first impression for many, many people for Kamala Harris.
Dr. Todd Graham, thank you.
Thank you.